Hey YouTube, Silver88 here, coming back at you with another video. Today's video is going to be a recap of my gold purchases for the month of January, which ironically bled into February. And I think all of you may be able to come to a good guess as to why, what happened on January 30th. But before we get into the video, I just want to remind everybody, this is not financial or tax advice. This is purely for entertainment. If you choose to purchase precious metals, please do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Also, if you're getting anything out of these videos, please like and subscribe. It'll help the channel grow. Make a comment, maybe where you're from. Also, please help us as we're pushing for 500 subs. Thanks. Anyway, to recap the transaction, I had $600 set aside for the month for gold, and was coming back from out of town. Got back in town in time before the local coin store closed. Unfortunately, when I pulled up, there was a sign on the door that stated they had temporarily suspended buying and or selling precious metals. And that was because of the wild swings in the market. Gold moved almost $500 that day. I went in and talked to the owner, and he basically said, yeah, basically because of the way the market had gone, they were going to put a pause on things. He stated that fortunately they had done $1 million in transactions that previous week, and they had offloaded it before this all happened. So he said they felt very fortunate, but until things kind of stabilized, they were going to put a pause on. And I told him what I was looking for, which was a 10th. And he stated that check back, because if someone came in and sold something to them at the current spot price or something like that, they would do something for me. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get on Monday when the prices had dropped another 231 bucks. I had an appointment. I had to keep it. Appointment was for longer than a year. So the long and the short of it, I was able to get in there on Tuesday, pulled up, $600 in my pocket, and there's still the sign on the door. And I'm thinking, oh no. So I go in, and the owner's son is working the counter. I talked to him, and I said, so you're still paused? He said, yeah, until things settle down. I said, hey, I'm only looking for a 10th of an ounce eagle. He goes, I can do that for you. And I think at the time, spot was $49.50. Silver was like 8,300, and the GSR was 59 to 1. So I said, well, what would you sell it to me for? And he said, I'll sell it to you for melt, which he said melt was 500 plus 25 bucks. So for 525 bucks, I was able to pick up another 10th ounce, which my plan is to pick up 8 1/10 ounce coins this year and 4 quarter ounces, assuming I have the money for everything to work out. What I found ironic is I checked all the big bullion sites, and basically here are 3 different quotes for a random eagle, which this is. It's the type 1 variety. One website was $580.49. That was the cheapest site, but you were going to have to wait till the 11th. It was a pre-order on a random 10th, which I found very ironic. Another site was basically $583. Another site was $593. So the difference between my local coin shop price and the big bullion sites was 58 bucks, which if I wanted, I could have bought some constitutional silver, but I decided I was going to hold off and wait. I made the purchase, and I felt really good about it. I do want to talk about, though, I went into the transaction prepared. And when I say prepared is I actually brought with me four, 4/10. And the thought process being, because the shop may not necessarily have a 10th available. They may have had a 1/4 ounce available or 2 of them. And the thought process was for basically 4 10th ounce coins, and what I would have paid for a 10th ounce, I could have picked up 2 1/4 ounces, which I'm also filling a tube of those. So didn't need to do that transaction. So, but anyway, so I now have a total of 6 1/10 ounce coins, and I've got a very long way to go to fill this thing up. But I was happy with the transaction. Once again, having a good relationship with the local coin store has benefited me. I also had a few other pickups, and I'm going to bring those out. They are gold, kinda. And these are my first gold bucks. And the thought process was for these, I wanted to have a few, but I'm going to use them in channel giveaways as we hit subscriber milestones. And you'll hear more about that as we hit 500 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 1,500 subscribers, that kind of thing. So anyway, if you've gotten anything out of this video, please like and subscribe. Just want to reiterate again, having a good working relationship with your local coin store is important. Not only do you save money, you don't have to worry about your gold or silver being delivered. You do not have to worry about your name being on a list somewhere. You don't need to worry about maybe your neighbors finding it or your mail person knowing that you collect gold and silver. So that's my thought of the day. If you value your privacy, the LCS is the way to go. Hey guys and gals, thanks for watching and have a great day.